All right, members, this video is for you, dedicated. I'm making this video for you. I thought I'll make a video in which I will demonstrate how to use modules or classes in Microsoft Access. This is one of the best technique that I've learned and I really like it. And I thought I'll share with you all that how to use modules or classes or functions to actually perform the tasks such as CRUD operation or fetching the information. And it's very, very handy functionality that in Microsoft Access and other languages I think they provide as well. So this video initially is dedicated for you. Maybe if you will allow, and let me know in the comments, if you allow, I can publish this video to the general public after like 20 days or 25 days, something like that, if you'll allow, because you are the member, so you have to tell me in the comments that yes, I can publish it to the general public, and I think they can also get benefited. But first, it is for you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a VBA code, and I'm going to write a code with the record sets. We are going to create the record and we are going to transfer it from this form to the table. And this is a little form, this is continuous form. On the header, we have four unbound boxes and we have create button and update button as well. So first, I will show you the way, regular way of doing the VBA records using the VBA record set and creating the information. Then we will create a module class and we will use that to create the record. All right, so we'll go to the design view and we will now actually click on, we can see that these are the four text boxes with txt names, and this is the continuous form in the tabular view. So we'll click on create button, we'll go to the event tab, dot dot dot, and code builder, and in here we will provide we will start creating the variables. So we'll say dim rs create as a record set. All right, and then we'll say set rs create equals current db dot open record set parenthesis open, and we'll give the name of the record set, which is basically the table. Okay, so product prod. All right, and that's it. And then we'll say rs create dot add new and rs create dot date. Okay, so we'll give 3 lines of code in here to update this three text boxes information to transfer it to the table, because the product ID itself actually should be hid. It should be locked out because we don't want user to provide a user the product ID from their side. So it has to be automatic. Okay, now let's provide the information. So for that, I usually like to go to uh, the table, and I like to actually um, use this copy and paste function. So we'll say rs create and the product name equals me dot txt product name. All right, then the next one we have cost price. So rs create exclamation mark cost price. Oop, cost, sorry, or cost price equals me dot cost price. Then we have RSP. So rs create exclamation mark RSP equals me dot txt RSP or sales price. Okay, I have to be very careful. I don't want to use the incorrect name, otherwise we will get an error. All right. All right. So with this 3 line of code, the data will be transferred from the form to the table. But once the product ID gets updated or created, I want to fetch that and I want to populate that onto this txt product ID text box. So to do that, I will be using the dmax function in Access. So I'll say me dot txt product ID equals dmax and parenthesis open, and it is asking what are you looking for. Well, I'm looking for product ID. And what's the domain? Domain basically is the name of the table or query, but we are looking at the tables here, so we'll give the table name. Once that is done, we will throw a message box for the confirmation to the user saying that the product has been created. And we will say in fact, before that, I would like to requery this form itself. So whatever product we have created, that gets updated in the continuous form here. So to do that, I will simply say me dot requery. Okay. And now I can throw a message box. I'll say do cmd dot beep message box, the product, and we can actually give the name of the product just to make a little bit more fancier message box. So I'll say me.txt product name has been created. Dot. Okay. Comma VB information, comma information. And then what we are going to do is we are going to clear out these text boxes also so we can add new record. So I'll say me.txt product ID equals double quote me.txt product name, and oops, sorry, me.txt product name equals double quote me.txt cost price equals double quote me dot. So double quote is to clear out the text boxes. Me.txt sale price equals double quote. All right. So we'll clear out the text box. We'll debug it. No error. There's nothing error at right now. So let's test it out whether this works or not. We'll go to the form view, and in here we'll provide the product name. So let's say we'll say HP AMD Ryzen laptop, something like that. I'm just creating dummy information. Cost price, let's say $600, and the sale price is $800. So let's create, and you can see that what happened is the product HP AMD Ryzen laptop has been created. So that's very nice message box, and you can see that the countries form also get updated with whatever record we have created, and the text boxes has been cleared out. So that's really nice. I would also like to do is I would also like to get rid of this new record empty line. So we'll go to the design view, and we'll go to the data tab in the property sheet of the form, and we'll say allow addition to no. And now if we will open the form, we should not see that empty grayed out line, etc. Now you've seen until this, I'm sure you must have seen me using the record set million times if you have seen my videos. And by the way, you have seen, that's why you are a member. So thank you so much for being member also, by the way. Now, what if I tell you, if I go to design view, go to create button, event tab, what if I tell you that instead of all of these, you write one line of code here and that's it, right? And that's it. But of course, you have to uh, transfer this code somewhere else, and that's where the classes or modules comes in, where you can, it's like a repository of the code, and you use the or reuse the repository wherever you wish to do so. And I really like that functionality, and I think this makes not only the application more efficient, I believe, that's my belief, I may be wrong, but also the code looks really clean. All right. So what I would like to do is I would like to first create a module. So I'll go to create, and I'll click on module, and I will save it. So Control S, and now it will ask me the name of the module. And generally what I like to do is I would like to call global mod. Mod is short term of or short name of module. So we'll save that. And if I close it, you can see that the global mod is under the modules now. This is where we can use the global mod module, and we can create the functions or classes within that module which we can reuse whenever we want to. So what I would like to do is I would like to click on create button dot, and I would like to get all of this, control X. So we delete everything, we close it, and we go to global mod, and now we create a function, and we'll say public function. All right. So public function, and for every public function, and remember you have to give public function. So the reason you give public function is that you can use this function anywhere that you wish to within your application. Now this is just one simple example, but trust me, there are situations where you can write a code once and then you can reuse that code in multiple forms. I have used that personally, and so that's why I'm saying the functions are really good. You can create functions and you can reuse them wherever you wish to do so. And these are like your customized functions. All right. So public function, and you have to give a name to. And remember, for each function, you can create a lot of functions within one module, but you have to give the name separately. You can't have one name for each function. All right. So we'll give a name, and this function is used to create product. So I'll say public function create products. All right, and that's it. And within this, I will paste whatever I have done the control X there. I will paste the code here. Now we have to do a little bit of modification, and that modification is basically in referring to the text boxes, because remember we use me dot and me dot name of the text box because we were earlier using the code behind the form itself. That's why we gave me. But now the code is not residing behind the form. It's empty, right? Okay. So we'll go to the global mod, and in here we'll give a reference of forms exclamation mark, and the form name is product F. I think that's the name, product F. So exclamation mark. Yeah. So that's what we have to give, and we can. All right, I think I have. So this, just be careful that you don't, um, cut out the name of the text boxes. Otherwise, it will give you an error, an error in here also. And all right, that's fine. And here as well. Okay, this will be dot. And here, okay, see, I'm cutting the T. So here, okay, and these as well. Oops, come on, T. Why are you cutting T? Okay, and there you go. See, I hope you're getting. Now we have written this code. Actually, we have copied and pasted, and we have modified the code because of the requirement. Now, how do we use this code? That's a bigger question, right? So now let's close this module, and we'll go to the create button, event tab, dot dot dot, code builder, and in here you just write one line of code, and that would be call. And remember, you're calling, and from where you're calling, global mod. That's the name of the module. Dot. Once you press dot, whatever functions you have created, whatever classes you have created, I think they are also called classes. Please, I don't know whether, because I have not studied this coding, I've not studied Access or something. So sometime I maybe use my own understanding while explaining. So if they are called classes or function, just function or classes, I don't know. But what I know is whatever I've written, it worked. Okay, that's what I know. That's what I'm demonstrating. So I use the function that I've just created. So just one line of code, debug it, save it, and now let's test it out whether this actually works or not. So we'll go ahead and we'll create another product. And this time we will create a product, let's say Lenovo AMD Ryzen laptop. Okay. So the cost price is, let's say, $560. Sale price is, let's say, $780. So big competition between Lenovo and HP. All right, just making it up. So just let's click on create. So if our module, our function works, then the record should be created. It should actually perform the similar function that we have seen before as well. So let's click create, and you can see that the product Lenovo AMD Ryzen has been created. We have seen that the record is added, the form is refreshed, and it works exactly the same. Now, as I said, you might not understand, or you might not appreciate that this example particularly, because it is just one example for one particular form. But trust me, there are situations, there are scenarios. For example, you have a list box in many forms where you have to repeatedly showcase the same information. You just write that code once, and you use that code in lots of list boxes in various different forms just by calling the global mod. I hope that it was useful. I hope that you have learned something, and I hope that you know you like it. If you like it, you didn't like it, just let me know in the comments below. But thank you so much for being member. Thank you so much for watching. And if you allow, I will release this video after 20 25 days to the general public so they can also learn about this as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.